Hello there everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. It is Monday. Hope you're having a good start to the week. I might brighten up your day actually because we got two really cool pieces of news coming in. The first one, I'm sure we all want to know straight off, is Replay is a new promo code. Click confirm and bam, there we go. We get a bunch of stuff, great stuff. What do we have? We've got 100 multi-battles split into two sets of 50. 3 days experience boost, 500,000 silver, and 500 energy. That is a nice chunk of resources. You've got 6 days to claim those once they're in your inbox. I don't know how long the promo code's going to be up for. It's going to probably be up for at least a couple of days. I wouldn't leave it too long though. But yeah, there you go. Cool promo code. Now, the second piece of news. Ooh, this one is a spicy one. I have, as you can see, a ton of ancient shards saved up. So this is a very good one for me. This is, depending on where your mercy timer is, arguably the best summoning event in the game. We are going to be having an extra legendary event from ancient shards tomorrow, Tuesday, the 15th of November. I imagine this is going to be up probably for 2 days, so Tuesday and Wednesday. The way that it works, you don't have any boosted chance to get a legendary. It's just the same old 0.5% chance. But if you do pull a legendary, you get a second different one free. Bam. Just like that, which is great. And just to clarify as well, you don't get charged silver for the extra summon. You don't, and the extra summon though, it does not count towards quest events or tournaments. Now this doesn't really matter. That I don't think they've ever done one of these extra legendary events like overlapping a champion chase or something like that. So it doesn't hugely matter. But yeah, just bear that in mind. This is such a good event, right? This is such a good event. What you have to do, I always get asked this question when I talk about it. This mercy timer, you have to track this yourselves, guys, right? You have to track it yourself. Keep a little notepad. There are some programs like RSL Helper that can help you to actually track this. The easiest way to do is just to, I even use a notepad on my phone sometimes. I just type in how many shards you've pulled since getting a legendary. Once you've pulled 200 blue shards, ancient shards, without a legendary, your chance increases by 5% per shard. That's a pretty big deal when your chance is by default 0.5%. So on your 201st shard, you're at 5.5%. Your 202nd shard, 10.5%, right? It goes up like that. Basically means by your 220th shard, so after 220 ancients with no legendary, you have a 100% chance on that shard to pull a legendary. Usually you don't go that far, because you're going to be pulling at like 80, 85, 90% chances. More than likely you're going to get one before that. But the great thing is what this means. Let's say you're going into this event, extra legendary event, and you have pulled, let's say 100 shards without a legendary. What that means is you can sit down and say, okay, extra legendary event is on. If I pull 120 shards, I will definitely get a legendary because I'm going to max out my mercy timer. I'm going to get 2 for the price of 1 during this event. And that becomes extremely good. Basically, you're getting a legendary for 120 shards, which is quite a good deal. And that's sort of the cutoff point as well for me. I would say about 120 shards is where it tends to be pretty good. Bearing in mind a guaranteed legendary champion is usually about 150 ancient shards. And the benefit of that is that it's, you know exactly what that champion is, so you can decide if you want them or not. It's that specific champion. You make the decision. With this extra legendary event, it could be anything. It could be something amazing. It could be something terrible in terms of the legendaries. You don't know what it is. It might be a dupe that you've already got 10 copies of. You don't want another one. It can happen. So yeah, you got to weigh that up. It's like, I tend to feel like 120 shards is my sort of cutoff type point where it's like, okay, 120 shards for a random legendary. It's basically the way to look at it versus saving up 150 for a guaranteed legendary. I think I'm actually at 150 off of my mercy timer. In other words, 150 to max out the 100% chance to get one. I'm probably going to pull for this anyway because I just have so many ancient shards. I'm feeling pretty safe, guys. I'm feeling pretty safe to pull them. I can pull a bunch and still have enough for a guaranteed legendary and probably still be pretty comfortable for a fusion as well. Bearing in mind, I did a whole video with YST just a couple of days ago looking at the upcoming couple of months, right? End of November, start of December, what might happen with a fusion. No news regarding a fusion yet, but I'm expecting to hear news probably this week at some point would be when they would usually do it. I think it's most likely to be an epic champion fusion first, maybe from the new faction. It's what I would do if I was Plarium, but who knows? They could do anything. But it is quite likely, guys, as well, that 2x Ancient Shards, which is happening not the upcoming weekend, but the following weekend. So if I get it up here, here we go. So right here, it's not going to be 19th and 20th, but the 26th, 27th, and 25th, excuse me, as well. These should be Ancient Shards, 2x Ancients. We just had 2x Voids right here. This should be 2x Ancients, because it goes Sacreds, Voids, Ancients. And that is very likely to be during a fusion. So yeah, you probably want to make sure you can save some Ancients for that. We haven't had guaranteed champions in forever either for Ancients or Sacreds. Been waiting. They could come up soon. So make your decision. Again, my recommendation is if you can hit Mercy, I wouldn't go above 120 unless you got a ton of shards like I do. Typically, I'd say, you know, if you can hit your Mercy system and max it out within 100 pulls, this is a really good deal. A random extra legendary for 100 shards is pretty darn good. There you go, guys. Let me know. Are you going to pull? Are you going to participate? Stay tuned for my video and my pulls tomorrow. I mean, we could always get super lucky, and in the first shard, we get a legendary, and we're going, yes, we're sorted. We're out of here. We're done. That was great. Best return on investment ever, but we'll see. Guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.